Hey guys, this is Atlas. We're going to talk about Goblin Techies today. Probably one of my favorite heroes. This is going to be a comprehensive guide to Goblin Techies. I have my little mine detonator here whenever I get mines that I don't want to have placed on here. Just been using him to blow them up. Okay, first of all, we're going to start talking about creep blocking mines. Now for these are all really easy ones to place, so I just went ahead and did these, and we'll go, we'll go over how to place them in just a second. But this one is the one that's actually really difficult. This is extremely hard for them to get rid of. If they have an enemy Enigma in the jungle, this is ideally what you want to do. There we go. That is so hard to place, but if you can get it, I can almost guarantee you they're not going to get rid of it unless they've watched this video or other videos that show you where, that's where that goes. I've inadvertently stacked this apparently. We're going to get rid of that camp. We'll come back at the minute mark, but for now we'll go ahead and show what to expect here. It's actually been quite a little while in the game, so creeps are really starting to advance. So I'm just gonna slow my own creeps down a little bit just to make sure nothing really gets taken anymore. Anyway, okay, so as you can see, this mine's already been placed. This does not block the camp. That was a mistake. I made a mistake when I placed that one. It's actually over here. This is very liable to get dewarded or demined, whatever you want to call it, just because that's out in the open, and if they're looking for them, they can easily find that. But unfortunately, that's just kind of how this goes. I mean, also, the same thing goes, like if you put one right here, that's a common warding spot, that can also get taken away, but it'll also still block the camp. Now, this over here, probably not going to get dewarded. However, it's also still blocking it. What the heck? Or not blocking it. Just a second, let me find my the guy who gets rid of my mines. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Yes. Planted.
Alright, as you can see, this one is blocked. This one is also blocked. These two are these are the correct mines or mine placements. This is now blocked. Alright. Now it's possible that actually is blocking it, and I just made a mistake and didn't realize it had already spawned and I forgot to clear it. But just for safe measure, I'm going to go ahead and put that one right there. So this should block it. We'll wait for these to spawn. Oh, and this one's definitely blocked, as you can see. All right, yeah, now this is blocked. Okay. It may have just, the creeps may have already spawned there, but we know for sure that one will definitely block it, so if you're going to place the mine, make sure you do that one. Alright, now while we make our way over to the Radiant side jungle, let's talk about item build. Techies has been my favorite hero not favorite hero, but one of my favorites since Dota 1. So he's not a hero I don't want to see a whole lot of complaining when this hero comes out. It's something that's not really fun to watch just because he's not an overpowered hero. Yes, he's very annoying to play against, but that doesn't make him overpowered. That just makes him difficult to play against. It's the same thing as with a Nature's Prophet. You have to play differently when you play against a Nature's Prophet. And so to play against the Techies, you're just going to have to buy sentries and you're going to have to buy a gem. An early gem is your best chance of countering him. People, I don't want to buy a gem. It's 900 gold. Well, enjoy dying. It's gonna happen. You've just got to do it. It's really just not something you can. It's non-negotiable. Okay, so let's go over Radiant side. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We'll hold off on Radiant side real quick. Let's talk about item build. When you start in the game, what you want to start off with is a soul ring. Just a soul ring. I recommend buying some clarities. Go ahead and get a Sage's Mask, and then start saving up for soul ring. If you can, just try to grab a last hit here and there. But gold for last hitting with Techies is really hard at level 1. If you guys didn't know already, he starts out with 30 base damage. That's ridiculously low. It's really just pathetically low, to be honest. It's something that's kind of hard to deal with. So you just kind of, I mean, like it's hard to deal with, but you've got to deal with it. So what you really want to do is make sure you get your soul ring really quickly. Maybe go stack some camps in the jungle. So don't block your own, preferably. Even like I'm glad you may be really happy you've learned all these blocking spots. Just don't block your own.
Science.
Stack some camps. Come back later with a few landmines. Then pull them out. Get a lot of gold that way. Techies is not a jungling hero. That doesn't mean he's not capable of being in the jungle and taking farm from the jungle. It just means he's you've got to just know how to pull farm from the map. Anyway, so preferably to start out with, you're going to want Tranquils and the Soul Ring. With those two items, you can easily roam the map, harass other lanes with mines, and keep your mana pool and health relatively high. Without those two items, techies struggle in the early game. They already struggle a lot, but without those two things, you're gonna struggle way more.
Off we go.
All right, and so let's talk about your next items. I'd like to go a Force Staff right after that, just because, or Force Staff or Yules. They're both almost the same price. Force Staff gives you better mobility, and you can it's easier to place mines and stuff when you can move around faster and juke enemies.
Science.
But a Yule Scepter gives you better movement speed, that mana regen, the extra 10 intelligence for more damage, especially. That's really nice.
That way.
So Yules or Force Staff should probably be your next item. And then after that, you can. I like to get a Blink Dagger just because more mobility, and plus you can place. It becomes a lot easier to place mines when you can just blink right into the spot, especially if you want to block camps in the late game. Because this spot, like I said, is hard as all heck to get to, and if you want to block it with a Blink Dagger, it becomes a lot easier because you blink right in, place your mine, blink out, you're good. Or you can Force Staff out because I like to run all these items right here. Aghanims is really nice on techies, just because it increases the cast range for his ultimate. Let's see how far I can throw it.
Aw, just look.
Nice.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's see. I think from here, nope. Hold on. Alright, that is the max cast range right there. Without it, let's see, how much do we get here? Definitely not that far. Not even that far.
Your bottom tower is
Not
under
even that
attack.
far. Yeah, that's your max cast range without the scepter. This is this one right, not that one. Hold on. This one right here. Let's just get rid of these. All right. Max with scepter, without scepter, with scepter, without scepter. All right. So and it also increases the damage. No explosion radius increase, but the damage is increased by 150, and that could be your saving
Your
grace.
top tower is under
Let's
attack.
base defense. I love techies for the reason that they are amazing base defense. Now I'm on WTF mode, so obviously you won't be able to lay mines down this fast. Plus they have a 300 mana cost, but if you're expecting them to try and go high ground on you guys, you've got all the time in the world to just go ahead and start getting this ready. And usually you don't want to blow them up just for creeps, but whenever they're there's not going to be any heroes coming up here, so I just figured I'd go ahead and blow them up. Whenever the heroes come up here, even if they've got a gem, it's going to be hard for them to get rid of those. And it's really great for base defense. Just wait on them to come on in, and boom. Like it's just a lot easier to handle enemies that way. Also, these guys are amazing for traps, just because, like, most popular spot when you're playing against techies, you're gonna want to watch out for this. I mean, I used to do it all the time whenever I played techies, just I'd position the hero, or I'd get to the river while no one was there, and just lay mines. I mean, it's not difficult, so I mean, it's not like they're gonna have trouble doing it. Like, you just need to expect mines in the river. However, depending on what kind of mine they are, if you notice I did land mines and not remote controlled mines, so actually a lot of those just got blown up. So early game, you don't have to worry about it as much. Creeps will most likely blow it up, but notice how this one's still fine. Nobody ran over that one. You can just lay them on the sides like this, and creeps will miss them. And then a hero running through the river to get maybe mids going through to get a bottle charge on the rune, and he's about to run into 3 mines that do 600 damage apiece. He's not going to survive. Stasis traps, I love these things. I really like these things in this game, they look cool. Those are honestly one of the biggest problems. They have a 2-second activation delay, which means it can't be activated for 2 seconds, and then the detonation takes 2 seconds. So, if you see a techie, someone playing techies lay this down, you've got a lot of time to run. You have 4 seconds. Now, if you're stun locked, then you're out of luck. You're out of luck. But if you're not, you really, if I put a stasis trap down next to you and you don't run away, I'm gonna call you an idiot in all chat. It's just gonna happen because that's just too easy. Like it's just giving it away. So like, just make sure if someone puts a stasis trap like next to you, and you should be able to see them do it. You know, go ahead and run. Alright, so let's talk. Radiant side blocking. Yeah, sorry, I should have gotten to this earlier. This one, Radiant side is a little bit harder to do. That's unfortunate. I don't like that, but you know, it's just how it is. Get a blink dagger, it becomes a lot easier. Now all the spots work like that. You know, if you lay one right there, you know, it's gonna block. But you want to get into these other spots that are, you know, a lot harder to detect. Like this one, I believe, should block it. A little rusty on the spots, but it should block it. Let's see over here. That should block. That's definitely gonna block it. Hold on, let me get rid of that. I don't know what happened to my real mine dewarder, but he's not here anymore. Alright, yeah, see, that blocked it. We'll check back in another minute just to make sure, and just to make sure that I wasn't somehow still in range. That's the one that blocks for this camp. Let's go ahead and wipe the camp. You know, you might want to go ahead and memorize 3 mines for every camp. We'll definitely wipe it. 2 mines for these guys should work. Yeah, and this is at max level, so do remember that as well. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure on like the super secret spot for this one. I think you can put it back here, but that's going to be really tricky. I'd just go with that maybe. Or maybe it's right here. I don't know. Yeah, that's probably that probably works, to be honest. Either way, if you don't know for sure, if you can't remember when you're actually playing, just put it in an obvious spot and just hope they don't come to get it. Alright, yeah, so let's go check back on these guys. Blocked. 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 This is definitely blocked. I put that. That's blocked so hard. These can also block ancients, just like wards can. It's not particularly difficult. And these also can farm ancients, so remember that. Takes several more, but you know, farming ability is still there. That should block it, I believe.
Let's go.
I do know the secret spot for the dire ancient block. It's right over here. It's not like the most secretive spot, but they shouldn't really, they're unlikely to detect it, I should say that. Alright, we'll check back on the others. Minutes coming up here. Alright. Yep, blocked. Oh, I left a mine there, so it's definitely blocked. I do know that this does work, so just take my word for it. Yep, this blocked that. So yeah, that's a pretty good spot. Unlikely to see it. Also, you may notice I've got pumpkins instead of trees. That's just so you can see these spots. You know, like in between the trees, a lot easier. I'm doing this just for this video. This is the first time I've ever had this on before, actually. It's kind of weird. All right, looks like creeps can run into these. So maybe if you run them a little bit further out. I haven't really played around with this that much. It's been a long time, but you also notice I did wipe out all these mines over here on by mistake. just because you have a max of 20 mines on the map, and I've laid down a lot of mines. Alright, but personally, my favorite way to do this, get about, let's see, 3 of these, that's 750 apiece with Ags at max level. So you're looking at around 2,500 damage. Of course, it's going to be reduced. It's not physical. It's magical, and even physical damage gets reduced. It's not pure. But if you want to guarantee a kill on somebody walking through, you know, even at high level. Oh wait, okay, there they are. Let's see. Let me get this one to 25. Alright, and we'll send him through mid. He's only got 1,400 HP at level 25. And, you know, with all stats, now it's 1,800. So we'll just walk him through mid. I'm probably going to find him here in a second. He's really slow. He has no boots.
As you suggest.
Oh, that hurts. Oops. Ah, no! Made a mistake. Alright, well, I'm an idiot. I just failed.
Gonna make it back.
Just a second. Because I have to see him to control him, which is really annoying. Alright, I'll give him a heart real quick. Just to make sure that he gets his HP back before he gets over there. Let's see where'd he go. Alright, there he is.
Next.
Alright, yeah, the creeps don't seem to be touching these mines, just FYI.
Your top tower is under attack.
Alright, so we have this guy walking through here. Oh, he ran into my mines. Yeah.
Your top tower
Let's see,
is
that did
under
500 damage to him, so, you know, these, they do they do 600 damage a piece, but of course, like, it depends, like, you know, that, like, to do that 600, they really have to be right on top of them. Alright, and see, 6 mines, 6 remote mines, 750 damage a piece, that's with Aghanims, at 600 damage a piece with, without Aghanims. You know, that'll kill a person easily, and then, you know, if you want to, just come back, lay it down again,
Your bottom tower is
and
under
just
attack.
rinse and repeat.
Hope this works.
I mean, even 4 will probably work on these. I don't really know the rule. Supposedly 21 of those is the max to have on the ground, but I did find out that there's, it must be bugged right now because there's no max. I was able to put down as many of those as I wanted to.
We're going.
And I'm not sure about this, but I actually kind of want to test this now that I think about it. I bet these work to block camps with. So we'll see if that actually. I don't know if that one's a blocking one. I've never really tried to put a ward there before. But I know, you know, we'll try this spot.
So beauty planted.
And we'll get over here and we'll do it this. Oh, that's not the right spot. Whoops.
Aw,
We'll
just
do it over
look
here.
at it.
Nah.
Who's a dancer?
Anyway. But yeah, I'm curious to see if those will actually block. I've never tried that before. Okay, anyway. So like, let's say late game items. Preferably this is, you know, your ideal build. I think at some point you'll probably want to trade the soul ring out because, you know, it's a soul ring, and once you're with 2,000 mana, your soul ring's probably not really going to cut it anymore. Bloodstone is acceptable. You're probably going to have some trouble getting it unless you're just having an amazing game and you're just cutting enemies down day and night. Let's see, that didn't block. Just that might not be the right block. Yeah, these aren't blocking. Alright, remote mines cannot block. So that's good to know. Anyway, late game items, you know, definitely Aghanims. The damage and the cast range increase are just too good to pass up if you can get that money. Now, chances are your money's probably not going to be that good, just because techies aren't a farming hero, but they do kill enemies rather well, so you might be able to get it off with just hero kills. Necrobook is a good replacement for that, just because everyone knows Necrobooks are great to have, especially with the push lineup. I don't know if you'll, you know, just say you've got a push lineup, you might want to pick up Necrobooks. The 24 intelligence is great to have. Another great option is Shiva's guard. It's good for him just because he's not a strong hero. He's definitely not durable. So if you're planting mines in enemy territory and somebody catches you, you know it's always nice to have this. You know, slow them down, get enough time to blink out. If it's a Viper, you're probably out of luck. Linken Sphere is also just another good good item to swap out one of these things with, like Force Staff. At this point, you probably don't care about Force Staff anymore. Blink Dagger, you'll probably want to keep the entire game. Force Staff is not really required. It's just a good early game item. It's got that HP regen, it's intelligence, but a Linken's, you know, that's more intelligence, more damage, more HP regen, and mana regen. So if you get the option, you know, you'll want to swap those out. Preferably keep a Yule Scepter on you at all times, just because that movement speed, it's really good. Don't really want to pass up on that. If you don't want to go for, if they've got big hard carries, a good substitute for Shivas is Scythe of Vyse. A lot of spellcasters, maybe a Nature's Prophet on their team, Orchid Malevolence, that's always really good. And if you're just really greedy and you're one of those people who gets, you know, Bloodstone on Lina even when you should be supporting, yeah, go ahead and get a Bloodstone. Just, you know, fuck your team. You know, why bother why get supporting items? You can get Bloodstone and carry Lina, right? Right.
Here goes nothing.
So yeah. Bloodstone, you're definitely not going to have any mana problems. Just, you know, un-WTF it real quick.
Mine in place.
That 43 mana regen I've got right now, that is ridiculous. And oh, these things have ridiculously low cooldowns. And with this much, like with these items, dang, you will have no problem to just keep on planting mines all day. Also, I do have a list of heroes that you can do suicide squad attack at level 1 and actually kill them. So let me pull that up real quick and I'll tell you what it is. Here they are. Alright. Suicide squad attack at level 1. Full damage is 650, partial damage is 350, so you do need to land the full damage to get these. You can kill Keeper of the Light, Medusa, Weaver, Phoenix, Enchantress, Windrunner, Wisp, Witch Doctor, Shadow Fiend, Lion, and Crystal Maiden. All of those people will die from a level 1 Suicide Squad attack. Also, yeah, you can kill creeps with it as well. If you're really that desperate to farm, you know, hey, who's gonna stop you? A really good combo to run though is Tiny and not Tinker, I'm sorry, Techies. I've been calling Tinker Techies and Techies Tinker. Anyway, so if you can get a Tiny, let's just go ahead and level them up. 25. You can get a Tiny to toss you, and then you Suicide Squad attack. It's really, really good. So let's get this Tiny to just get these two guys to run together.
What?
It takes a lot of coordination. So like, hold on, I'm probably gonna have to do this. It's gonna be really hard to do. Here we go. Yeah, see, it's a little hard to do by yourself, but it should be relatively easy when you've got two people and you're just talking to each other. So yeah, toss and level 1 suicide. Okay, I don't know who all you can kill at level 1 with level 1 toss and Suicide Squad, just because toss is only 75 damage at level 1. So if you really want to try that, wait till level 3, get level 2 toss, and then try it. And you should definitely be able to kill your landing partners very easily, or partners, landing enemies. Yeah. If there's anything else you'd like to know about Techies, please leave a message in the comments. I'll read over these. Thank you for watching, and this was Atlas's comprehensive guide to Techies.